Hello guys, let us go to the next experiment. Internal resistance of a cell. Aim determination of the internal resistance of a given cell using potentiometer. Using potentiometer, now we are going to conduct an experiment internal resistance of a cell. Next, we are going to know about operators one by one. The first one, potentiometer. What is a potentiometer? So, potentiometer is a device which does not draw any current from a given circuit and measures a potential difference. Why we use potentiometer? So, using this potentiometer, we can easily find out the internal resistance of the cell as well as comparison of EMF of the two cells. Okay, this potentiometer having a 4 wires, each wire 1 meter. So this is the initial point of the potentiometer and this one is the final point of the potentiometer. Next one, rheostat. Yes, this is a rheostat. Using this rheostat we can vary the current. Okay, the next one, galvanometer. What is a galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device which used to detect a small amount of current in a given circuit. The next one, ammeter. What is an ammeter? Again, ammeter is a device used to measure a current. Okay, then what is the difference between ammeter and galvanometer? Galvanometer detect the small amount of current, but ammeter measure the current. Okay, the next one, resistance box. Using this resistance box we can easily vary the resistance step by step. Okay, the next, the very important thing, Lagrangian cell. So this is a Lagrangian cell. Using ammonium chloride solution we prepared the Lagrangian cell. Okay, here one zinc rod is there. This zinc rod acts as a negative and this porous spot acts as a positive. Both zinc rod and porous spot immersed in the ammonium chloride solution. Then the next, plug keys. So this plug keys acts as a switch. Okay, so using this operators, now we are going to conduct a experiment. This is a circuit diagram. Battery, ammeter, PQ indicates potentiometer. E is the cell, Lagrangian or Daniell cell. Here I use Lagrangian cell. Resistance box, plug key 1, plug key 2, galvanometer and rheostat. Battery positive goes to the ammeter positive. Ammeter negative goes to the potentiometer P point. Here one important thing guys, this ammeter is not necessary to take. Okay, so we can directly connect battery positive to the potentiometer P point. Lagrangian cell positive goes to the potentiometer P point. Then resistance box one end directly goes to the potentiometer P point. Okay, then battery negative goes to the first end of the plug key 1. Then another end of the plug key 1 goes to the lower terminal of a rheostat. Then another lower terminal of the rheostat not connected, neglect this. Upper terminal of the rheostat goes to the potentiometer Q point. Okay, then so another end of the resistance box connected to a second plug key first point and second plug key second point goes to the galvanometer negative. So after that, Lagrangian cell negative also connected to a galvanometer negative. At last, the galvanometer positive directly goes to the jockey. So this is the circuit diagram. Using this circuit diagram, now we are going to connect a circuit. Now the circuit is connected using a circuit diagram. Once again, we are going to know a circuit connection. Battery positive connected to a potentiometer P point. Lagrangian cell positive connected to a potentiometer P point. Resistance box one end connected to a potentiometer P point. Once again, battery positive connected to a potentiometer P point. Lagrangian cell positive connected to a potentiometer P point, and resistance box one end connected to a potentiometer P point. Okay, the next battery negative goes to the first end of the plug key one, then second end of the plug key one connected to a rheostat lower end, rheostat upper end connected to a potentiometer Q point. Again go to the resistance box, the resistance box another end connected to a plug key 2 first end, and plug key 2 second end directly goes to the galvanometer negative. After that, Lagrangian cell negative also connected to the galvanometer negative. Finally, the galvanometer positive goes to the jockey. So this is the circuit connection using a circuit diagram. Now we are going to take a reading. First, we check the circuit connection whether it is correct or wrong. Switch on the battery, set 8 volt. Okay, so after that, look at the galvanometer. Now the galvanometer deflection is 0. When I placed a jockey at a point P, look at the galvanometer. In galvanometer, right side deflection. Okay, so after that, again when I placed a jockey at a point Q, again look at the galvanometer, so opposite deflection takes place. So now the circuit connection is correct. Next we are going to take a balancing length L1. Before that, this potentiometer having a 4 wire, this is the initial point of the wire, starts from 0, and this one is the final point of the wire, ends with 400 centimeter. And so in this potentiometer one scale is there. In this scale, so this is the upper scale reading and this one is the lower scale reading. Okay, for first wire upper scale reading, for second wire we take lower scale reading, for third wire we take upper scale reading, fourth wire we take lower scale reading. Okay, so just set the current using a rheostat. So after that, open the plug key 2. We should open the plug key 2. After that, when I placed a jockey at a point P, look at the galvanometer. In the galvanometer, deflection out of the scale. Okay, so now drag a jockey on the wire like this. At the same time, observe the galvanometer. So there is no deflection in the galvanometer. Drag the jockey like this. So 100 centimeter completed. Next 101. Okay, again drag the jockey on the second wire. Observe the galvanometer. There is no deflection in the galvanometer. Yes, look at the galvanometer, guys. The galvanometer deflection comes to 0. Yeah, now the galvanometer deflection is 0. Take a balancing length L1. So 100 first wire upper scale, second wire lower scale. So 183. The L1 value is 183. Enter into the tabular column. So L1 reading is 183 centimeter. Now we are going to take balancing length L2 for different resistance. Okay, now I am going to remove 5 ohm. For 5 ohm, what is the balancing length L2? Now we are going to take. For L2 length, close the second plug key also. Now the K1 and K2 both are closed. Remove the 5 ohm in a resistance box. Now I remove the 5 ohm in a resistance box. Then place a jockey at a point P like this. Look at the galvanometer. In galvanometer deflection out of the scale. Now drag the jockey on the wire like this, and at the same time observe the galvanometer. Yes, now the galvanometer deflection slowly comes to 0. Yes, now the deflection is 0. then take the balancing length L to 73 centimeter. Okay, for 5 ohm L2 is 73. Same like that, repeat the experiment for 6 ohm and 7 ohm. For 6 ohm balancing length is 77.5. For 7 ohm balancing length is 81. Using this value, now we are going to find out the internal resistance of the cell using this formula. For first trial, R is equal to R of L1 minus L2 divided by L2. Okay, so for first trial, R is equal to, what is the value of capital R? 5 into, what is the value of L1? 183 minus, what is the value of L2 for first trial? 73 whole divided by 73. How much we get? 5 into 183 minus 73, 110 divided by 73, we get 7.5 ohm. Okay, so the first trial, the value of internal resistance of the cell is 7.5. Same like that for second trial, 8.1. For third trial, 8.8. Okay, at last result, the value of internal resistance of the given cell lies between, the least value is 7.5 and the highest value is 8.8. So the value of internal resistance of a given cell lies between 7.5 ohm to 8.8 ohm. That's all. Thank you.